Now on the big KTZZ, here comes the Spud man, he goes down easy. He calls to you, the social outcast. Yes, you who are rejected. He wants you, he needs you, he loves you. Now on the big KTZZ, here comes the Spud man. And now, direct from the bowels of KTZZ in Seattle, Washington, the current leader in total codependency, the head cheese master of the Northwest. He ain't heavy, he's our brother. So, let's get ready to rumble. Here he is, Spud Goodman.
I am, in fact, Spud Goodman, a mere mortal who desperately dreams to ascend one day to the throne of a legitimate TV talk show host. To be a player, to get off the bench, to be a force, so to speak, all right? But until then, I guess what you see is what you get, a work in progress. And if you want something better, flip it to the Home Shopping Network. Life is good there. And Samuel, you're gesticulating to me. You have something you want to say.
Yes,
do it.
But I realize you're not big into dancing, but
I don't like to dance.
No, but you need to get onto the dance floor these days. Why, Harry Wappler and my big brother went out to Gary Andel's Country Music Nightclub last night. I had tequila puffs. He had kamikazes. Then we started doing the Texas line dancing, and he got all sweaty. Then we had more kamikazes, and then we got up on the tables and started doing the Texas tush push. But why, this country dancing is taking this country by storm, and I think you're missing the curve on this one, Spud.
I'll have to deal with that.
Then Harry called me the next day, and he had all kinds of regrets about.
Haven't you got the sense you were born with?
And I said, Harry, chill. Life's too short. So I said, my new motto is dance until you puke. So Spud, you ought to come out with us next weekend and get on our chaps and spurs and get in the saddle with us. Come on, Spud.
I don't think so. Tell Harry I'll pass, all right? Right now, we're going to take a very brief break. We're going to be back in a second.
The record shows, oh, Spud took the blow.
Hi, may I have a moment of your time? This is a mother's plea to you at home. Do you see this T-shirt? Take a good look. It's got my baby's picture on the front, a wonderful design on the back, perfect for jury duty or walking the picket line of your former employer. Everyone should have an official Spud Goodman Show T-shirt. My Spud gave me this when it cost such a loving son. So you see this address on the screen, send you $9.99 plus $1 for postage, and you too can fly the colors of the Spud Goodman Show. Thank you so very much.
This is the Spud Goodman Show.
Oh, how I love to sleep, counting the often hundreds of sheep, and sometimes even little Bo Peep, but more often the lovely, lovely Meryl Streep, whom the apple growers of Washington think is a creep. Oh, how I love to sleep, especially when I have a hangover.
All right, please say hi to Rick Kaminsky, the Peanut Man. I'm sure everyone in the audience knows who you are. If you've ever been to the Kingdom, this man has served you peanuts. What's happening?
That's to you, folks. How you doing?
Okay, now you are the Peanut Man. Peanuts are your life. Peanuts rule your world. But Rick, why the obsession with peanuts? Why not nachos, hot dogs, caramel corn, some other things?
Something about the power of flight in the deal, whole deal here. Man, those nachos, they just kind of like spread out, and if you got cheese on them, they stick to the oddest places. People hate them then.
I see, super. Now I was just curious, during games, do any of the players, when they ever get the munchies, ever like pass the money up to the 200, 300 level where you're working?
It's a funny
like
thing.
Griffey gets hungry.
You know, for all the millions that these players make, you know, they don't seem to have any money on them. I can't believe it. They take the peanuts though.
Okay.
Junior loves them.
All right.
Yeah.
Now you have been described as having the most accurate arm in the peanut industry. Were you scouted heavily in high school?
I was actually not scouted at all. I went to too small a high.
Spud, a true American would never question authority. A true American accepts what he is told. A true American would know that Rush Limbaugh is the chosen one.
Can I have a sincerity shot? I want to say something really quick. I had this really, really weird nightmare last night. Now, it was regarding Benny Hinn, my idol. You know, he's on their religious channel. Well, you know, the silver-haired healing machine. Anyway, I went to Benny and I said, take care of these migraine headaches, they're killing me. And so, you know, he slapped me like he does everybody, and my head fell off. I started rolling around on the ground. I mean, the headaches were gone, but my head was gone too. So the trade-off just wasn't worth it. It was really weird. It was really weird. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Okay, let's get back to you, Rick Kaminsky, the Peanut Man. Now, are you partial to salted or unsalted?
Are we talking peanuts or pizza?
Peanuts.
Oh, well, peanuts. Well, I actually have no preferences, but salt does carry a little farther than the unsalted
Okay, super.
one.
Now, in your business, do you have to keep your eyes out for counterfeiters, like bogus bucks for goobers, people trying to pass those?
Not really. No, doesn't happen.
Okay, super. Well, right now, what I'd like to do, I guess, is toss to our very special musical guest. Do you mind?
Not a problem. Who's our very special musical guest?
It is, in fact, CZ Recording Artists, My Name. They're a great band. You want to kick back and listen to some tunes?
Absolutely, not a problem. All
right, let's do the tunes.
Who gets the nuts?
As a vermilion sunset beckoned me, life coursed through my dreams, a glimpse with steps, and I walked down anyway. I love you, I love me. There's no more you, there's lots more me. Years of living, loving me, and sunsets all my own. My memories draped over a big fishbowl. I can't swim, I can't bend, and I don't panic when I'm hemmed in. I've seen stars, I've lived large, and living small is not that hard for me. In fact, it's easy to reduce myself. Mountains and trees, and I feel good, but I need you. Stars have been known to fall from the sky on occasions such as tonight. Water in my fishbowl, I look to the skies, I wait for sunshine. Yeah, I'm in a dream, and it's gonna have a happy ending. Oh yeah, I'm in a dream, I'm insisting on a happy ending. Let me through the worst of living, somehow seems cut me slack. I can still look at the world if I am laid out on my back. I love me, I love you, and if we get a dog, I'll love you too. If you leave, I will breathe, but in the end, there's always me.
Mail call time. Once again, Timmy the Lunar Sex Oven from Tacoma, Washington has checked in, and he sent me a very special gift, a spatula. Thank you very much, Timmy. But could I ask you this? So would you be willing to let the federal government examine your brain tissue? Because I feel it could hold information central to our national security. Got a letter from an April Horn of Edmonds. Most of it will remain confidential, but I will say this. Yes, April, I do believe in the grassy knoll theory. Got a letter from a Keith Carter of Tacoma, saying, "Dear Spud, I can't believe you answered my letter. That makes me feel like such a non-loser." Well, Keith, don't be so quick to shed the loser label. I've personally found that it's opened up many, many doors for me career-wise. Think about it before you make a final decision. And lastly, I got a letter from Zach Turnbaugh of Seattle. "Dear Spud, is your sister available?" Well, Zach, in terms of asking me about my sister, I want to say this for the record. I will no longer pimp for her, all right? From here on out, she can find her own dates. And believe me, she's expensive. She eats like a horse. Until we meet again.
We should hear you more on our television. You should hear us more on yours.
If you can change places with any local TV personality, who would it be?
Dan Lewis, if I could just stare at the mirror.
Susan Hutchison. I would then do a makeover of myself complete with a new bitch and shag haircut.
JP Patches and I would threaten to blow myself up if I didn't get my TV show back.
John Procaccino, so I could get into movies for free.
Steve Poole, and I'd get the weather right for a change.
Ruth Walsh, because I want to know what the heck happened to her.
Have you guys at home ever wondered who the heck those people behind those 1-900 lines were? I have always wondered, and we happen to have found some very successful people. They live, I guess, on the east side, and you guys have these spots that air nationally, correct? All right, Robin, what's your name, Shannon Wilfong? All right, super.
Thanks for having us on the show, Spud. Thanks a lot. We've heard this is a somewhat different kind of TV show. I'd have to agree with that assessment.
Well, we do our best. Now, Shannon, you are the on-camera half of this team, is that correct?
Yes, that's right, Spud. Rob here, he writes them, creates them, and produces them, and, well, I'm the talent, and he is a genius in his field. Graduated from USC Film School. He is an auteur, a true visionary.
Yes, well,
okay, that's super.
I try to express myself in broad, vivid strokes. Take the consumer, to a far-off fantasy land where all their wishes can come true.
Okay, super. Now, in fact, your business, it's titled Psychic Sluts. Is that correct? And what kind of service do you provide?
Well, we bring two things to the average American male. We answer those questions burning on the tip of his mind. What will my career be like? And what about sex, for instance? And about our favorite sports teams and things like that.
Okay, now describe what the average caller to a 1-900 phone line, what would that how would you describe the kind of guy that would call is what I'm trying to say, okay? Can you do that? Can you describe the average caller?
What do you
think? Well, he's an average cross-section of society. Could be anybody. Could be you, Spud. Have you ever called a phone number like ours before?
I'll deal with that later, but Shannon, let's deal with your credentials. Do you have credentials? Are you licensed? Can anybody off the street do this thing?
Well, Spud, I would like to think that I am a gifted woman with psychic powers, and I see no reason for government regulations or formal training or anything like that.
Shannon is tops in her field. She can open the door to a parallel world where everything can come true.
Making me puke. It's happening. All right, super. I like unsalted. Now, evidently, I want to warn the viewers, you brought something down here you want to show, correct? I want to warn the little viewers at home that to remember, Mommy and Daddy are not going to like it if you run up a $50 or $60 phone bill after seeing this service. It's, 5-10 seconds of pleasure is not worth 6 months of house arrest. Let's roll the clip, see what we got. Psychic sluts.
Hey, Spud! Ho, incoming!
Super.
My name is April. My mission is to make you very, very happy. How I do that is quite simple. I know what you desperately need. My psychic powers will amaze. Let me straighten out all those bothersome problems. Oh, others will tease you with promises, but I deliver. Satisfaction guaranteed. Let me open up that whole universe. I will show you a parallel world that will bring everything to yours just for the asking. Like, how will you ever be fulfilled as a man? Call 1-900-SEX-SEER. Let me answer that question for you. I'm just sitting here so lonesome and I'm quivering with psychic vibrations. Call me now.
Okay, it was interesting, I have to say that. Very.
But I would just like to point out that that particular spot, Rob took 45 minutes to light me properly. He is a genius.
Well, obviously a man of talent.
I have to admit that if you look closely, you could see the influence Renoir and Godard had in my work. Man's man's distancing from his soul. It's a modern plot.
Yeah, right. Well, hey, I think I've seen enough. How about you? I think so. And if my viewers want to see more, what? They pay $10 a minute?
Oh no, with the 5-minute minimum, of course.
All right, I think I really kind of. Let's just. We're going to something. I don't know what we're going to. Let's go to something that maybe is a little bit more politically correct. Okay, thank you very much.
What's that track supposed to mean?
All right, we'll be back in a sec.
Well, we got this free stuff. I mean, we got a ton of this stuff. We got to dump it somewhere. Got like the window stickers, bumper stickers, a limited edition lithograph, but some other junk too. Do you think people will want these? I mean, nobody's writing us and asking for them. Do you think people want them?
No.
Well, do you want one? You can have it. It's free.
Not me.
Fine.
The Spud Goodman Show cast, crew, and guests enjoy Capitol Hill's Rocket Pizza, 612 Broadway East, pizza with an attitude.
Hey, this is John Corbett from Northern Exposure. I just want to say one thing. I've done all the big shows, Arsenio, Leno. I've done Arsenio 3 times. I have not had as much fun as I've had today on the Spud Goodman Show on KTZZ, the Big Z. I'd like you to watch it and just support the program. That's what we're here for.
Cut. It's a wrap.
All
right, dude.
Hey, listen. Y'all just get out of here, man.
All right, Spud Goodman, somewhere on the sticks in King County, Washington. Yeah, I'm back with that average Nielsen family, the Fentons. And you do remember me. I am the highly esteemed local TV talk show host. I'm sure you remember me, don't you?
You're that wimpy little boy with the stupid TV show. Honey, you remember him. Spinky Ginkgo?
Oh, Spud Goodman.
Last time he was here, we had pestered us to watch his TV show.
That Geraldo is sure smart.
If he had a talk show like Geraldo, we might watch it.
Now look, the beauty of America and the Nielsen system is that there's room for both Geraldo and my show, okay? If people like you two, who are hooked up to the magic box, value the gift of life, then you'll do what you must do, all right? You'll watch the Spud Goodman Show. Even if you hate it, it's the right thing to do.
I know we promised to watch, but your show makes Henry's sinuses act up. They start draining like the Nisqually River, don't they, Henry?
Isn't that Geraldo something, ain't he?
Honey, your sinuses. Tell him about your sinuses and how they act up when you see his show.
Ah, we got any more Cracker Jacks?
You ate the last of it yesterday during Family Feud.
Excuse me. Now, may I interrupt here? I just got my ratings for the last period, the last sweeps period, and it's clear there's a conspiracy going on with you Nielsen people. Now, I don't know if the Trilateral Commission's involved, but somebody's pulling the strings. Now, you can be real with me, Spud Goodman. Tell me the truth.
Son, have you ever thought that your ratings suck because you got no talent?
Talent? What's talent got to do with it? Explain Sally Jesse Raphael with those power hugs. Now, come on. Or MTV VJs or local news anchors with helmet hair. Come on. What's talent got to do with it?
Would you stop running your mouth? My husband's trying to watch a Geraldo show.
Okay, here's the deal, all right? You watch my show, and I come back with mass Cracker Jacks. What do you think?
Count me in. I need some more Cracker Jacks.
All right, better be really good Cracker Jacks, because after all, he likes Cracker Jacks, but you know I like head cheese.
All right, fine. Head cheese, whatever it takes to do the job, all right? I'm going to be back in a couple weeks, and I'll deal with the Cracker Jack situation, all right? And I might want to tell you, that Geraldo's a repeat. You know, that guy, see that heavyset guy over there on the far left? Yeah. Well, he's going to discuss his relationship, his menage a trois thing with his parakeet and his poodle. It's way too weird for me. I might want to warn you. Thanks.
You know, Spud, being a professional director, I see a lot of possibilities for this show. I think I could really lend a hand in Shannon with her insights.
Don't call us, we'll call you, all right? Super. Now, Rick, as a peanut pusher, do you meet a lot of women that way? Because, I mean, I've tried every scam, and I'm sure it's going to work a hell of a lot better than the weekly. I'm out of options myself. What
Well,
do you
down
think?
at the Dome we have hot nuts, see, and so they really go for that. I don't know why, but, you know, maybe you get an idea. Hey, might as well grab
Super. All right,
Never
now,
heard of it.
Uncle Steve, you have something you want to say. I know you want to say something.
Jerry has something to get off his chest.
Fine. Let it roar.
I just don't get it. Those huge oil companies can get the oil out of the ground, transport it halfway around the world, and process it into gasoline all within a few days. They pump it into your car at the rate of 10 gallons in 10 seconds. Then it stops and dribbles out the last 10 cents worth, taking forever. Why can't they get that last bit in? I just don't get it.
All right, super. Thank you very much. That was very profound, by the way. Okay, I think we have wrapped a show, and it's been a show. Everyone would concur. It's been a decent show. What do you think? All right, super. Okay, well, this is Spud Goodman. I want to say, be all you can be, and I mean that.
Spud, I was supposed to be on the schedule tonight. Why was I taken off, huh? I have an obligation to pass on Rush Limbaugh's word.
Annoying human typo, whatever. I do not see your name on here. So
I know, I'm supposed to be
get him out of here right now. I'm serious.
I can do it.
So once again, this is Spud Goodman. Be all you can be.
This man is a
God bless and
certified
ciao.
loony.
My musical guest, my name. Ooh. First thing tomorrow morning, I got to call the governor's office. Mike is probably pretty isolated from the social outcasts of society now. I'll throw a major kegger for him in the rotunda. Get Tad to play, score some points, and get him to appoint me to a commission. Something to fall back on if this TV thing doesn't work out.
Raised on the fanatical, raised by the tyrannical. Their setbacks burned into their brain like frozen. Nothing crawling over the battered remains of Earth's conscience. Crawling over mountains of their flesh and mountains of stone. Coming to their own. Moving with the dignity that denies them about what I am. Betrayed on all sides, from injury to the promised land. So they stay. Accomplishment intends memory. Evil undone was again begun. Tooth for tooth, life for life. What hills and big wheels in their mirror, staring back is the newest enemy. They were slaves only to be lost back in motion.
I'm starting to think about the meaning of life now. Really starting to question things for the first time. Opening up to the realities of the cosmos. And you know, I still can't figure out Michael Bolton.